Hey everyone, it's Chase, and this is Chasing My Pride, a channel all about LGBTQ plus topics and my life experiences. Today I want to discuss Meta's recent changes for Facebook and Instagram that have the potential to be very harmful to the community. So this month, Meta made significant changes to its content moderation policies. In addition to ending its fact-checking program and opening the platform to the Wild West of disinformation and lies, the company is also rolling back guidelines on hate speech. Specifically, I want to draw attention to this company guideline. This is a direct quote from the new Meta guidelines that will take effect in a few months. We do allow allegations of mental illness or abnormality when based on gender or sexual orientation, given political and religious discourse about transgenderism and homosexuality, and common, non-serious usage of words like weird. Mark Zuckerberg says this is to promote free speech, but it happens to coincide with a rolling back of DE&I protections at their offices. If this was really about free speech, then the rules should be more open. You still can't insult people for cowardice, dishonesty, stupidity, and more. This change is specifically allowing people to insult LGBTQ plus people without repercussions. If this was about free speech, you'd be allowed to do all of that. You'd be allowed to hate on people for their religious beliefs. You'd be allowed to post whatever you wanted, including sexually explicit content. But you can't. You can't say this is for promoting free speech and opening up the platform. It's just a very specific rule change allowing people to spread hate. GLAAD denounced the changes, and I like their response, so I'll read that. This is a direct quote. Meta is giving the green light for people to target LGBTQ people, women, immigrants, and other marginalized groups with violence, vitriol, and dehumanizing narratives. With these changes, Meta is continuing to normalize anti-LGBTQ hatred for profit at the expense of its users and true freedom of expression. Fact-checking and hate speech policies protect free speech. That's from GLAAD President and CEO Sarah Kate Ellis. I'm worried about what these changes will mean for users. Calling LGBTQ plus people mentally ill, despite all of the evidence against such claims, just further spreads homophobia and hate. It will impact people who are uncomfortable about their identity. It could push people towards self-harm. As homophobic people ramp up their attacks on others, it can lead to self-censorship from LGBTQ plus voices. Meta already shadow bans LGBTQ plus content that it doesn't like. It's been doing this for years, removing posts for things like nudity when a guy is shirtless or only wearing underwear. The same standard isn't applied to straight women wearing, undergarments. Certain LGBTQ plus hashtags are also shadow banned, leading to less post reach if you use them. There are also changes affecting more than just the LGBTQ plus community, which I want to mention. These new guidelines also remove protections against insulting people for their appearance based on race or ethnicity, sexual orientation, sex, and more. These changes could also be against the law in some places. Brazil is already looking into challenging the policy change as Brazil prohibits certain types of hate speech. It could also go against European Union law on hate speech. Because of this, it appears that for now, Meta is only making these changes in the United States. Now, I'm very disturbed by these changes. I've always been a champion of free speech as a former high school and collegiate journalist. However, I also believe that hate has no place. As a member of the LGBTQ plus community, this decision feels profoundly hurtful and regressive. Allowing such statements not only perpetuates dangerous stereotypes, but it enables harassment and discrimination. It undermines the mental health and well-being of LGBTQ plus users, many of whom turn to social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram for connection and support in a world that can already feel isolating and hostile. I urge Meta to reconsider this policy and take steps to reaffirm their commitment to protecting marginalized communities. Or, if they really value free speech, allow everything. Let's level the playing field and see how long your platform lasts. If you want to read more into this, I provided links to articles in the description, as well as the actual policy. That's all I have for today. I'll be back soon with another video on LGBTQ+ topics that's a lot more positive. Until then, stay bold, stay proud, and keep living your lives as your authentic selves.